minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, X minus 1. Fire.
Lights out, everybody. The creaking door.
Dimension X.
Inner Sanctum Mystery.
X minus 1.
Dark fantasy.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sci-Fi and Horror, brought to you by Dwayne Old Time Radio. Sci-Fi and Horror features some of the best programs from the golden age of radio, including X-1, Orbiter X, Dimension X, it's a lot of X's, Lights Out, Ray Bradbury, Dark Fantasy, and many, many more. Before we start today's sci-fi and horror thriller, if you enjoy what I'm doing, let me ask you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is 100% free, and you will receive notifications on new posts. Lastly, if you have a moment, please write a short 1 or 2 sentence review or give a rating on your preferred podcast service. A positive review or rating would help me out a lot. And now, on to the show. And again, thank you for your support. Hope you enjoy. Sci-Fi and Horror. This week is Sci-Fi. We're going to start a new series from the BBC called Journey into Space. It is a 13-part series, at least a 13-part storyline. In this storyline, we're going to air, if I can get it right, this podcast, we're going to air episode 1 and episode 2 of the 13. And the drama is titled Operation Luna. These aired, I don't know when these aired, I'm really sorry, I don't have that in front of me. But they aired a while ago. Enjoy. I'll have the information on the next podcast post of this series.
Journey into Space. BBC presents Jet Morgan in Operation Luna. October the 19th, 1965. In the Australian outback, many miles from the nearest town, stands the rocket ship that is about to carry Jet Morgan and his crew to the moon. Beside Jet, the captain, there are Stephen Mitchell, engineer, Lemmy Barnett, radio operator, and Doc Matthews. That's me. Already the scaffolding has been removed, and the ground crew have taken cover from the shattering rocket blast that is soon to send the moon ship on its way. Within the ship, outwardly calm and strapped to our couches, the four of us who are to make this momentous journey are anxiously waiting for our captain to launch us out into space.
0 minus 45 seconds.
Hello, Control. Stand by for firing.
Standing by, and good luck, Luna.
Switch on recorder.
Recorder on.
Doc, gyros.
Gyros.
Okay, Mitch.
Okay, Jet.
Doc.
Okay.
Lemmy.
Okay, I think.
Stand by for count-off.
Don't anybody try to move. Don't even try to raise your head.
Lemmy, lie down.
Oh, I'm only getting comfy.
Lie flat and stay flat. Firing in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contact!
Jet, what's wrong? She's shaking like a leaf.
Quiet, Lemmy. Take your breath.
She's shaking herself to pieces.
Height 6.8 miles. Velocity 3,750.
Oh, what's happening? Jet, I can't move.
0 plus 20. Height 12.1 miles. Velocity 4,350.
I can't stand it.
Hang on, Lemmy. It won't last long.
Oh, why did I ever come?
0 plus 30. Height 27.2. Velocity 6,550. Maximum speed to be reached in 15 seconds.
Oh!
booster's paid out.
Oh.
Stand by to jettison booster. Signal imminent.
Oh, I wouldn't go through that again for all the rice in China.
We'll be going through it again in just a few moments. Just as soon as we've jettisoned the booster and cut in the second motor.
Oh, no. I'll be pushed right through this couch and out the other side.
You all set, Mitch?
Yes, Jet.
Doc?
Ready?
Okay, Doc. Booster, jettison switch, stand by.
Jettison switch. Contact. Now.
Hello, Control. Booster stage jettisoned. Standing by to cut in atomic motor. Waiting for your signal. Over. Hello, Control. Booster now jettisoned. Waiting for your signal. Over. Hello, Control. Hello.
What's up, Jet?
They don't answer. Hello, Control. Hello. Lemmy, any idea what's wrong?
Well, according to the indicator, she's still working. But if you ask me, the shot when you blew the booster off, it must have smashed every valve in the ship.
Radar's still working, Jet.
Hello, Control. Hello.
We can't wait much longer, Jet. We're losing momentum every second. We won't make it.
I'll give them one more try. If they don't answer, we'll have to use our own judgment. Hello, Control. Hello. Hello. They still don't answer. Lemmy, switch on the televiewer, stern view.
Televiewer, stern view, on.
Booster stage is still behind us, but dropping away fast. Stand by to cut in the motor, Mitch. We'll give her full power.
Don't overdo it, Jet. We can't afford the fuel.
Now, watch the tank gauges. We'll cut out as soon as number one tank is empty. Are you ready?
Ready?
Then stand by. Everybody batten down.
Okay, Jet.
Atomic motor. Fire. Lie flat. This is going to be unpleasant. Very unpleasant.
She's almost empty. Stand by to switch off.
Standing by.
Ready?
Yes.
Now!
I can't. My arm. Oh.
Jet, switch off. Switch her off for Pete's sake.
I'm trying.
Is it over?
Yes, Doc. For the time being, anyway. You all right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, boy, we must have hit 15 Gs at least.
Mitch?
Okay, I think.
What's up, Mitch?
I don't know. I feel like death.
Yeah, lie still. Don't move.
Lemmy?
Okay, Jet. I think so anyway. Except for feeling like you get when a fast lift drops away from under you.
Yeah. Space sickness. Brought on by zero gravity conditions.
I feel a little dizzy, but I'm all right otherwise.
Look, we'd all better lie still for a few minutes.
Well, let's hope we've hit the right speed.
We certainly won't be under. You didn't switch off soon enough, and we used up a little of the reserve fuel.
You think we might be going too fast, then?
Maybe, but there's nothing we can do about it yet.
I'm sorry, but the acceleration was so great, I thought I'd never press the switch.
We must get through to control.
Lemmy, if you feel fit enough, get up and get to work on that radio.
Yes, Jet. Oh, soon as you like. News from home will make me feel a lot better.
Well, get going.
Oh, here. Oh.
Lemmy!
He's drifting up to the ceiling.
Jet, get me down. Help.
Don't panic, Lemmy. Serves you right for getting off your bed without your boots on. Surely you know better than that.
Well, all I did was bend down to pick them up, and I shot straight up here.
You should have held onto your couch when you reached out for them.
Well, can't you throw them up to me?
Pull yourself down by the rail, Lemmy. That will get you within easy reach of your bunk.
Oh, just to move makes me feel worse. I feel just like a feather.
Well, you certainly don't weigh anymore. None of us do.
Yeah, is it going to be like this all the way to the moon?
I'm afraid so, Lemmy. But you'll get used to it. Now, pull yourself down. Slowly. Not too hard, or you'll hit the floor.
Like this?
Yeah, that's it.
Now put your magnetized boots on, Lemmy.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we'd all better put them on.
Okay, Jet.
And keep them on. Keep them on at all times while zero gravity conditions last.
What, you mean we even wear them when we sleep?
No, you can take them off then, but keep a good hold on your bunk while you do it, or you'll go drifting up to the roof again.
Well, that's mine fixed. Now we'll see how it feels. Yeah. Well, there's no trouble standing.
What's it like to walk, Doc?
Okay. Feel a bit lightheaded, like my feet are anchored and my head's adrift.
Try walking up the wall.
Aye?
Yes, go on, Doc. Should be easy.
Hey, how's that?
If you could do that down on Earth, You'd earn a fortune in a circus.
Well, come on, try it.
Come on, Lemmy, we'll have a walk on the wall.
Here, we do better than that. We walk on the ceiling.
Well, welcome to the land of upside down.
It don't feel very different from being the right way up. It might be the ship's cabin that's upside down, not us.
Oh, don't hang up there like that. I feel bad enough as it is. Hey, what about that radio?
Yes, come on, Lemmy. Cut out the fun and games. Try and get that radio working.
No, that was just what I was about to do till you asked me to come for a walk across the ceiling.
Well, I should have had better sense.
Yes, Jet.
How are you feeling, Mitch?
Not so good.
The radar's still working.
Well, that's something. At least we'll be able to calculate our height above Earth.
Yes, but we can't depend on the radar. Not for the whole trip.
Well, we can depend on it for a few hours yet.
Well, for height, yes, but what about course?
Well, if necessary, we'd have to take fixes on the sun and planets, but, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. It'll take some figuring.
Maybe I better start getting those fixes.
No. You take it easy. Got anything for him, Doc?
Sure, Jet. The anti-sickness pills. But he may have trouble in swallowing them.
No, don't you worry, Mitch. Lemmy will get that radio going. You can bet on it.
I hope so. Isn't he ever going to find the trouble? 20 hours he's been at it and not a peep out of the darn radio.
Oh, take it easy, Mitch. He's doing his best. He's been working all this time with no sleep. He can't do more than that.
We should never have brought him. He's psychologically unsuitable.
That's a matter of opinion, but now he's here, the least we can do is let him get on with it.
But why does he have to take so darn long? Doesn't he know every second is carrying us further and further away from the Earth, possibly to our deaths?
Oh, it's not that bad, Mitch. We can figure our approximate speed and position if it comes to it. We'll give Lemmy a couple of hours more.
Yeah, what if he still hasn't got through to control?
Well, we'll wait a couple of days until our velocity has dropped to minimum and then turn the ship over and go back.
Go back? Go back? This ship's not turning back. It set out to land on the moon and it's going to do it.
But to attempt to land without accurate details of our position and velocity would be suicide.
We're not turning back.
But if our speed is too high, we'll use up too much fuel during landing. We'll be on the moon, all right, but how do we get off again?
We've got to take a chance.
Oh, no, not that kind of chance. I'm not taking any unnecessary risks with the lives of this crew. If the radio isn't working within 48 hours, we're turning back.
We're not turning back.
Am I the captain of the ship or are you?
Sure you are, as long as you carry out the job I hired you for. But remember, this ship is mine. I designed her. I built her, and she's going to the moon. Neither you, nor Lemmy, nor anybody else is going to stop her.
One more word out of you, Mitch, and I'll put you under arrest.
Oh, that's funny, that is. Where do you think you are, at sea? What are you going to do, put me in irons?
Not quite. I'll have you tied to your bunk, and there you'll stay till we get back home.
Go on, try it. Try it. Just try and lay a hand on me.
All right, Mitch, Jet, break it up. Come on, you're carrying on like a couple of school
You stay
kids.
out of this, Doc. If I want your advice, I'll ask for it.
Now, look, Jet...
It seems we have a case of mutiny on our hands.
Mutiny?
Well, what else is it? While I'm captain of this ship, you'll do as I say.
Now, wait a minute, Jet. I didn't...
All right, we'll forget it. But if I decide to go back, we go back. Is that clear? Now, get over the telescope and start taking those bearings. Maybe having something to do will make you feel better.
It'll take hours.
What difference does it make? We've got hours. Before we reach any critical position.
Oh, all right. I'll do it.
Doc, you give me a hand, will you?
Sure, Jet. What at?
Getting a rough idea of our distance from Earth with the help of the radar.
Okay.
It won't be all that accurate, but it'll be better than nothing.
How you doing, Lemmy?
Well, I'm putting it all together again now and hoping.
Can I be of any help?
Oh, yes, Doc. You can pass us a few things as I ask for them. But be careful. One touch and they go shooting all over the place. Talk about light and airy like a fairy.
Okay, I'll be careful.
Then hand us that for a start.
Yeah.
So. Here, how's the mutiny going?
Well, they seem to have forgotten it for the moment. And they've got enough trouble on their hands trying to work out our position.
You think they'll do it?
I guess so. But it'll take a long time. Our real hope is you, Lemmy. Yeah. You and that radio.
What made Mitch flare up like that?
I don't know. Maybe the thought that he wouldn't get to the moon at all. Or maybe the cramped conditions and lack of gravity had something to do with it. Who can tell? Nobody has ever been in our circumstances before.
And is that screwdriver, will you, Doc?
Yeah.
That's it. Top.
Lemmy.
Yes, Doc?
Was the recorder switched on during that row?
Whoa. No, it wasn't.
Oh, pity.
Eh?
Yeah, I'd like to have kept a record of every word spoken during this trip.
What for?
For when we get back home. You see,
all manner of things can be concluded from the way men act and what they say. It would have helped guide us in the future. There must be some reason why two men perfectly stable on Earth should jump at each other's throat less than 24 hours after leaving it. There was no need for it, Lemmy. Just doesn't make sense.
I'm not jumping at anybody's throat. Neither are you.
Not yet, you're not, but watch it. No knowing what might happen if you had nothing to do but sit and wait, just as Jet and Mitch were doing.
Do you think we should turn back, Doc?
Yes, unless you can get that radio working. However much figuring we do up here, Lemmy, we may overlook something. We can't be sure our deductions are correct.
I think so, too. Jet was right. Mitch ought to have known better.
Well, maybe. That still doesn't excuse Jet for losing his temper.
No. Can they hear what we're saying?
If they were listening, they might. Their heads are so full of mathematical formulas, I doubt if at this moment they're even aware of our existence.
Now, let's have them 4 screws, Doc,
yep.
And we'll try again.
To raise control, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top.
What do you think the chances are, Lemmy?
I don't know. 3 times I put this thing together, and each time she should have worked. And 3 times I've had to pull it to pieces again. Even the emergency cutting circuits don't work. I can't understand it. And I'm worried.
Well, you can't do more than your best.
Oh, it makes me feel like I'm letting the ship down.
Oh, don't go getting to feel that way, Lemmy.
Well, now, that's it. For the 4th time. Now, let's see if we get any current through her.
Yes, it's there.
Yes, we've made it. No, wait. Don't let's get too excited. We're not through to home yet.
Then give them a call, for goodness sake. Try to raise them, Lemmy.
Hello, Control. Rocket ship Luna calling Control. If you love me and can hear me, let's hear from you. Over. Not a peep. They should be receiving us. There's bags of aerial current, oodles of it. They could hear us on Mars with this equipment.
Hey, listen. What's that?
I don't know. Oh, it gives you the creeps, doesn't it?
Haven't you any idea what it is?
It sounds like music, but like music I've never heard before.
Hey, can I hear a voice there?
I don't know. I can't make it out.
Jet, Mitch, come over here. Listen to this.
Got the radio working?
Well, kind of.
You contacted Control?
We tried to, but whether this is them or not, I don't know.
Well, if it's not Control, then what is it?
Search me.
Are you sure she's on the right frequency, Lemmy?
Yes, so far as I can tell. There's no reason why she should drift off. Not with them crystal stabilizers in there. Yeah, it's gone. Packed in again.
Try once more, Lemmy. Call them again.
Hello, Earth. Hello, Control. Rocket ship Luna calling. Trying to contact you. Can you hear us? Come in, please.
Hello, Luna. Can hear you. Strength 4.5.
Hey, it's them. It's them. We made it.
Hello? Hello, this is Morgan. Can you still hear me?
Hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, thank goodness.
We've been with you ever since the takeoff. The world's largest telescopes have been following you all the way. I should think every amateur radio station on Earth has been listening to you.
Aye?
You mean you've been hearing us all the time?
Except when Lemmy took the radio to pieces.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Must be something wrong with your receiving circuit.
Well, it beats me. I couldn't find nothing wrong. Nothing. All I did was to take the works to pieces and put them together again.
Well, you certainly seem okay now. We can give you all the information you require. Want to take it?
Try and stop us.
Then here it comes. The time is now 3 hours, 11 minutes and 54 seconds universal time. Time from takeoff is 0 plus 27 hours, 11 minutes and 59 seconds. Your distance from Earth is 142,000 miles. Your speed is 4,200 miles per hour. Your position is as follows.
Well, that's more like it. Now we know where we are and what we're doing. There's no question of turning back now. According to Control, we're on course and our speed is very nearly correct. Well, what difference there is isn't worth worrying about. We should reach the neutral gravitational point between Earth and Moon 3 Earth days from now. The Moon will then be only 23,600 miles away. Our speed will be only a few miles an hour, but enough to overcome the pull of the Earth entirely. From then on, we'll be falling towards the Moon's surface.
If we were back on Earth, we'd drink to this.
Cold tea is all we have.
And how about a cigarette, Doc? Do you think the oxygen supply could stand it?
Yes, I think it might. Shall I get them, Jet?
Yes, Doc, one each. And after that, we'll organize the watches. 4 hours apiece. Now, I'll take first watch. The rest of you can get some sleep. You'll need it. We all need it. The toughest part of this trip is yet to come.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, Lemmy?
Push us up a banana, will you?
Lemmy, must you always eat your meals upside down on the ceiling?
What difference does it make? Food goes down, or should I say up, just the same.
Well, it looks undignified.
It's a great idea to part this. Think of the room it saves.
You're not at a party.
Anything more to eat, Lemmy?
No, thanks, Doc.
Okay, then push your empties down. I'll stow 'em away.
Here, how about a little after-dinner music?
Oh, no, Lemmy, not that.
Well, we've got to do something to pass the time.
Why did I ever suggest that each member of the crew should be allowed to bring one small personal object with him?
Well, I'm glad you did, Jet. Aren't you?
Well, yes, but mouth organs should have been banned. Why couldn't he have brought a book or something?
Every man to his taste.
What was that?
A meteor hit the ship. Emergency stations.
Blimey, emergency! An animal upside down on the ceiling!
Lemmy, get the spacesuits.
Don't panic, Jet. I'm on the way.
Air pressure constant. We don't seem to be losing any.
The meteor bumper must have worked.
Well, that we'll find out. Meanwhile, get your spacesuits on, just in case.
Here you are. Red for Doc.
Yep.
Blue for Jet. Yellow for Mitch. And, I would be green.
Now, get into them. Don't fix your helmets yet, but carry them with you all the time.
Air pressure still constant. I don't think the cabin could have been damaged.
Oh, that's a relief. And what about the fuel tanks and the motor?
I'll be checking up in just a minute.
Right, that's me, Set.
Get to the radio, Lemmy. Report this to control immediately.
Yeah?
Now, everybody else, check your indicator readings. See what damage there is. And somebody turn off that buzzer, will you? Well, Doc?
Yeah, air supply okay, oxygen supply okay.
Fuel tanks and motor seem to be intact. No damage there as far as I can see.
Hello, Control. Luna calling.
Hello, Luna.
A meteor just hit us. Emergency procedures
Certainly
now
hit us somewhere.
Yeah, but we seem to be all right, Jet.
Look, Doc, we've just been hit by a meteor. It must have done something to us.
But what?
Well, how should I know? Somebody will have to go out there and look.
What? What, out there? Outside the ship? Into nothing?
I'll go.
No, Mitch. This is my job. Besides, you're more important to the crew than me. I'll go.
What, you mean there's a chance that...
It'll be the first time any man has ever been out there, in space, and I designed the suit he'll wear.
Well, you tested it, didn't you?
As far as was possible on Earth, yes. But this is different. This is the real thing.
Look, let's not start another argument. We'll draw for it.
Well, fair enough.
All agreed?
Agreed.
Lemmy, get one of the navigational tables. Yeah. Open it up, place it face down on the control table with your eyes shut.
Right. Okay, here goes.
We'll guess the page number. Whoever gets nearest goes outside, okay? Mitch?
136.
Doc?
127.
Lemmy?
149.
And I'll take 155. What is it, Lemmy?
153.
Then it's me. Stand by to open the airlock.
Airlock. Contact.
Airlock, full pressure.
Open the hatch. Right. I'm going down. Fastening helmet. Over to intercom. Helmet fastened. Okay. I'm ready. Close the hatch and exhaust the airlock. Suit now inflating.
Air pressure 0.
And open the main door, Doc. I'm going out.
Good heavens.
What is it, Jet?
It's more beautiful than I ever dreamed.
What, the door?
No, the stars. Millions of them. Literally millions. Now, leaving door and walking upside a ship. I'll make a complete circuit.
How's the suit, Jet? Okay?
Fine. More comfortable than I'd hoped.
How are the boots?
Perfect. And now hitching the safety lines. And walking towards nose.
Any sign of where the meteor hit us?
Not yet.
Yeah, ask him if he can see the moon.
One thing at a time, Lemmy. Finding where that meteor landed is more important.
I found it. About
13 feet from the nose.
Much damage, Jet?
No, nothing to worry about. Must have been minute. Only a small area of the bumper is vaporized.
Let's thank our lucky stars it wasn't a larger one.
You must come out here, all of you. Come on. This is a sight you've got to see.
We can't all go. Somebody must stay.
Look, I'll stay, Mitch. You and Lemmy go.
You sure, Doc?
Yeah. By way of compensation, you can let me be the first to step on the moon.
It's a deal, Doc. Now, if you wouldn't mind opening the airlock again, Lemmy and I will get started.
What a sight. Did you ever see so many stars? So many different colours. Yeah, and they don't twinkle like they do on Earth.
There's no atmosphere to make them twinkle.
So small they look and bright. Chip, how fast are we going?
About 2,000 miles an hour.
But we don't seem to be moving.
Look at the moon, Lemmy. Even from here, you can begin to see the mountains and craters on her.
How far off is she now?
About 100,000 miles.
Oh, no distance at all. Company bus ride. Here, Chet. We must be off course.
Of course. How do you mean?
Well, the moon's not in front of us. It's to one side.
She'll be there when we are. She's moving towards our rendezvous all the time.
Hey, Jet. Have you taken a look at the Earth yet?
Huh?
You can make out the African continent quite easily. And the southern ice cap. The reflection is brilliant.
Did you ever see anything like it? Oh, Mitch, if we never get to the moon, the trip was worth it. Just for this.
Jet, I'm going for a walk down under. See how things look from there.
Now, be sure your safety line is secure. We don't want you drifting off.
Don't worry, Jet boy. Oh, if only Becky could see me now. She wouldn't know if I was on my head or my heels. No more than I do. Oh, yeah, what's that? It's the funny music again. Hello, Jet. Jet, can you hear me? Jet!
Hello, Lemmy. Lemmy, what's wrong?
Jet, that music. Did you hear it?
Music? What music?
Oh, you must have heard it. It was like it was right inside me.
Lemmy, pull yourself together. I heard no music. All I heard was you screaming.
But I was calling you before that. Didn't you hear me?
No. Did you, Mitch?
No, Jet. Jet, look, let's get back into the ship. I heard it, I'll tell you. I heard it.
Calm down, Lemmy. Stay where you are. Now, don't attempt to re-enter the ship until I'm alongside you.
I heard it, I'll tell you. The same kind of music we heard when I got the radio working. Only this time, it was much louder. Like it was right inside me helmet. Oh, it was uncanny. It scared the living daylights out of me. It scares me now just to think of it.
Lemmy, if there had been any music, it must have been coming through your radio, and we'd have heard it too.
But there was, I'll tell you. I was calling you when it first came on, but you didn't hear me till it stopped.
Lemmy, lie on your bunk. Get some sleep.
I don't need sleep. Yeah. You don't believe me, do you? None of you believe me.
We do believe you, Lemmy. Now come and lie down.
You believe me, don't you, Doc? You heard that music coming over the radio, didn't you?
I wasn't out there, Lemmy. I was here in the ship.
What's happening to him, Mitch?
What do you think's happening to him? I told you. He's unstable. A psychological misfit.
You have been listening to Episode 1 of Journey into Space with Andrew Foles as Jet Morgan, Alfie Bass as Lemmy, Guy Kingsley Pointer as Doc, and David Williams as Mitch. Other parts were played by John Cazabon. The orchestra was conducted by Van Phillips, who also composed the music. Journey into Space was written and produced for the BBC by Charles Chilton.
Journey into Space. The BBC presents Jet Morgan in Operation Luna. Jet Morgan, Steve Mitchell, Doc Matthews, and Lemmy Barnett are on their way to the moon. Shortly after takeoff, they lost contact with Earth and didn't regain it for 27 hours. Then, nearly 2 days later, a small meteor struck the ship, and Jet Morgan, after putting on his spacesuit, went out through the airlock to inspect the damage. Fortunately, it was slight, but Jet was so awed by the sight of the universe around him that he asked Mitch and Lemmy to join him. Lemmy, impressed by the novelty of being able to walk right round the ship's exterior, wandered to the other side and out of sight of his companions. And then strange sounds were heard over his radio. Immediately, Lemmy began to call to Jet and Mitch, but they didn't hear him. Then, as something like near panic took hold of Lemmy, Jet! The sound stopped, and Jet heard him.
I heard it, I'll tell you. The same kind of music we heard when I got the radio working, only this time it was much louder, like it was right inside me helmet. It was uncanny.
Lemmy, if there had been any music, it must have been coming through your radio, and we'd have heard it too.
But there was, I'll tell you. I was calling you when it first came on, but you didn't hear me till it stopped.
Lemmy, lie on your bunk.
You don't believe me, do you? None of you believe me.
We do believe you, Lemmy. Now, come and lie down.
You believe me, don't you, Doc? You heard that music coming over the radio, didn't you?
I wasn't out there, Lemmy. I was here, in the ship.
What's happening to him, Mitch?
What do you think's happening to him? I told you, he's unstable. A psychological misfit.
Oh, you're not going to bring that up again. If Lemmy says he heard a strange noise, he heard it.
Then why didn't I hear it? Why didn't you or Doc?
Doc wasn't outside. How could he?
Well, he was listening to us, wasn't he, on the ship's receiver? That and our personal radios all work on identical frequencies. If there'd been anything to hear, at least one of us would have heard it. He must have imagined it.
Be careful what you're implying, Mitch.
What other explanation is there?
How should I know? Anything could happen out here, anything. Radios could play tricks. The ship's, Lemmy's, anybody's. Maybe there's some kind of radio wave we know nothing about that can only be heard out here in space.
Ah, piffle.
Oh, trouble with you, Mitch, is you won't believe in anything that can't be proved.
All right, now break it up, you two. Lemmy's upset enough without you discussing him like he was a mental case.
Yes, Doc, you're right. Trouble with this ship is room's so limited you can hardly keep your thoughts to yourself.
Room or no room, Lemmy has still got to be discussed.
What do you think about this, Doc?
I don't know what to think, Jet. At first, I was inclined to agree with Mitch. Say Lemmy's imagining things. And who could blame a man for that out here? But Lemmy's not that type. Besides, he says the sound was the same as we all heard just before we contacted base, remember?
Yes, almost like music.
Atmospherics.
What, on this equipment?
It wasn't atmospherics, Mitch. That radio picked up something, no doubt about that. It was too strong, too pure to be atmospherics.
You mean it might have been transmitted?
Could have been.
You'll be saying it came from the moon next.
And why not?
There's no life on the moon.
How do you know? Have you been there?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jet, what's got into you? Any elementary textbook on astronomy will prove there's no life on the moon.
Will it also tell you what lies on the other side of the moon?
Well, of course not. No man has ever seen it. But how can it be any different from this side? It must be much the same.
But you can't prove it, Mitch. And you can't explain the behavior of the radio. Being out of action for so long, then picking up those weird sounds just before control came through.
Are you two trying to say that there's life, civilizations maybe, on other planets, even on the moon?
We're not saying there is or there isn't.
But you can't rule out the possibility.
I can. I'll believe it when and if I see it. Until then, I'll be guided by the known facts. That life on any planet other than Earth is most unlikely.
Why should the Earth be singled out? Why should such an infinitesimally small part of the universe be unique?
For the same reason that you are unique. You're 5'9" tall, weigh 180 pounds, have grey eyes, and were born on the day you were, at the hour you were. You, everything about you, is a lucky combination of circumstances.
No, I can't agree.
Whether you agree or not is beside the point. The question in hand at the moment is Lemmy. What are we going to do about him?
What can we do?
Oh, I can hear you.
Well, for a start, we'll have to make a rule that he doesn't go outside the ship again.
Well, there'll be no need for anyone to go outside again. The chances of another meteor hitting us are 1,000,000 to 1 against.
I don't mean while we're still coasting. I mean from now on. Even after we've touched down on the moon.
What? You mean you'd let him go all that way and then deny him the right even to step outside?
Yes. Unless I can be 100% sure we won't get a repeat performance of what happened half an hour ago.
I won't do it to him.
Neither will I.
But I tell you, Lemmy's unstable.
I can still hear you.
Anything might happen to him. He'll be seeing moon men next with one eye in the middle of their foreheads.
Look, Mitch, you're being unreasonable. More than unreasonable.
I just want to be sure that nothing wrecks this project.
That's more important to you than anything. Or anyone, isn't it?
You're darn right it is.
Sorry, Mitch, but Lemmy carries on as was arranged. What happened outside is going to make no difference.
All right. I'll consider myself overruled. If I listen to you two much longer, I'll think you've all gone crazy. Let's hope I never have to say I told you so.
You won't. I'll guarantee it.
22nd October, 1965. It is now 3 Earth days, 7 hours, and 6 minutes since takeoff. The ship has now settled down to a regular routine. Lemmy seems to have fully recovered from whatever it was that scared him outside the ship, and now nobody even mentions it, though it's obviously preying on the minds of us all. Radio contact with Earth is clear and suffers from no interruption. There isn't much to do now. Every man takes his watch. Lemmy plays his mouth organ, Mitch studies his tables, Jet reads his book, and I keep this diary. Our speed is now very slow, not more than 50 miles an hour, and dropping every second. Soon the most exciting, the most dangerous part of our journey will be on us.
Lemmy.
Yes, Jet?
Stop that racket and listen, will you?
Yes, Jet.
Now, everybody listen. We've now passed neutral gravitational point. The Earth no longer affects us. The moon has taken over and is pulling us down towards its surface. It's only 23,000 miles away now, and the time has come to turn the ship over. Switch on the stern televiewer, Lemmy. Let's take a look at the Earth.
Televiewer, stern view, on.
Hey, is that the Earth? That little thing?
Oh, they call it little, Doc. It fills the whole screen.
Stand by. Okay, Mitch?
Okay, Jet.
Doc?
Yeah, okay.
Lemmy?
Okay.
Number 1 gyro.
Number 1, contact.
Watch the screen, Lemmy.
Nothing happening yet. Oh, yes, now it is. Earth moving off screen. 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees.
Any sign yet, Lemmy?
Not yet. Oh, yes, here she comes. Limb of the moon now visible. Getting bigger. Blimey, the mountains and craters are as clear as anything.
Well, never mind that. Keep your mind on the job.
+1, 1.5.
Stand by, Doc.
2,
Yeah, whenever you like.
2.5, +3, 3.5, +4.
Number 1 gyros. Cut.
+5, 5.5, +6.
We're going to turn too far.
Stand by for counteraction.
+7.
Number 2 gyro.
Ready.
+8, 8.5, +9, 9.5, +10.
Number 2, contact.
10.5, +11.
Stabilizer, stand by.
Standing by.
Stabilizer, now.
10.5, 10. Dead on.
Number 2 gyro, cut.
Steady she goes.
Okay, that's it. Now leave the stabilizer on for a while, let's be sure.
Still steady, on course.
Cut it now, Doc. We're okay.
Well, that's that. Easier than I thought.
Lemmy, call up base. Tell them the ship has been turned over and that we're now falling towards the moon.
Right.
How far now, Jet?
1,000 miles.
Getting close?
Yes, very close, Mitch. Now, it's about time we began preparing for landing. Everybody onto your couches and strap yourselves in.
Sure thing, Jen.
We're still dead on course. If there is a man on the moon, he's going to get a very big surprise soon. Landing area, spot on.
Let's hope we don't hit her too hard.
Yep, safety straps fastened.
Me too.
Safety straps okay.
Then position your control panels. Number 1 panel in position.
Number 2.
Number 3.
4, okay.
Mitch, stabilizer.
Stabilizer ready.
Contact. Lemmy, course.
Spot on.
Doc, height.
930 miles.
Shock absorbers ready.
Yes, Jet.
Let's hope they stand the concussion. They will. Contact.
910 miles.
Still some way to fall yet. Now, let's all relax. Gravity conditions will return as soon as the motor is cut in. Now, don't let the shock take you by surprise.
900.
Blimey, and it's jagged. We got to land on that one.
No, Lemmy, they're the mountains that surround the bay. Where we're landing is much smoother.
Better be.
Height, 895.
Landing area, still spot on.
890.
Nearly there.
Hope somebody's got the kettle on down there. I could just do with a cup. Yeah, what's that?
What's what?
Right, Lemmy.
880.
But I can
What is
hear.
it, Lemmy?
875.
Nothing, Jet. It's the excitement.
Lemmy, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'll tell you. Take no note.
870.
Stand by. I'm going to cut in the motor.
Landing area, spot on.
Lemmy, pull yourself together.
865. 860. 855. 850.
Contact.
Jet.
Lemmy, watch the screen for heaven's sake.
845.
Landing area, okay.
840. 835. 830. 825. 2.25. Height 2 miles.
We're nearly there. Here she comes.
This is it. Hold tight.
Cut the motor.
Everybody all right?
Okay, Jet.
Okay. Lemmy?
Okay.
Gentlemen, we're on the moon.
Didn't you hear what Jet said? We've just landed on the moon. Doc, Lemmy.
I heard him.
Yeah, so did I.
Doesn't that mean anything to you? Well, the way you're carrying on, he might have just announced your death sentence.
Maybe he has.
What's up, Doc? And Lemmy, what's worrying you?
Nothing.
Now out with it, Lemmy.
You didn't hear that music again, did you?
Leave me alone. Will you keep getting at me all the time?
You did hear it, or at least you think you did. Am I right? Am I?
Leave him alone, Mitch.
In a minute you'll be saying you heard the darn music, too.
I'm not so sure that I didn't.
What? You, Doc?
I can't explain it, but just before the motor was switched on, I began to feel very strange. A sense of foreboding.
With landing only a few minutes away, how else would you feel?
No, it wasn't that. I didn't exactly hear anything, but...
I know. You just felt it.
Yes. Yes, that's the only way I can explain it.
Well, now you're both beginning to imagine things.
Mitch, it was not imagination.
Well, look, let's forget it for now. We've got work to do and little time in which to do it. Now, get up and we'll start.
Yes, of course.
Do we put our magnetized boots on?
No, Lemmy, we won't need those till we return. Now, switch on the main teleview and we'll see what it looks like outside.
Televiewer on. Can't see a thing.
Rotate the camera, full circle.
Camera rotating.
Oh, still nothing.
If anything, that screen's getting darker. No sign of a picture.
The camera's pointing towards the night side of the moon. The sun's hardly rising yet. We can't expect anything on the screen.
Not even the stars?
Oh, we should see those, I must admit. Let's wait a bit. Wait till she's turned 180 degrees and begins to pick up the day side.
Yeah, here she comes. Getting brighter.
But still no picture. It's like the lens is fogged over.
What are we worrying about? It's dust.
Dust?
Oh, of course. The moon's surface is covered with it. Volcanic ash, meteoric dust. The blast from our motor when we landed must have caused a regular dust storm.
We came down right in the middle of it. We won't see a thing. Let's settle again.
Oh, you know, for a minute it had me scared. I thought the televiewer had packed in like the radio did.
Me too.
Well, while we're waiting, we'll get ready to go outside.
Yeah,
and
sure.
not you, Lemmy.
Hey?
Somebody has to stay behind.
Oh.
We can't all go outside at once.
Oh, for a minute I thought...
Oh, don't worry. Next time out, somebody else will take a turn of staying behind.
Well, that's fair enough.
Now, call up control.
Yes, Jack.
Mitch, Doc, get your suits on.
Yeah, sure, okay, Jack.
Hello, Earth. Rocket ship Luna calling control. Come in, please.
Hello, Luna. Earth calling. Go ahead.
Stand by. I've got him, Jet.
Hello, Earth. This is Jet Morgan. You can tell the world that rocket ship Luna has landed. She touched down in the Bay of Rainbows less than 5 minutes ago.
No need to tell them, Jet. They just heard you announce it. Every major city on Earth is hooked up to your ship via radio. London, Sydney, Paris, Berlin, New York are hanging on to your every word.
Blimey, now be careful what you say, Jet. The whole world is listening.
How was the landing?
Fine. Came off beautifully. We hit the target area right smack in the middle.
Was the trip a comfortable one, or was it unpleasant?
A bit cramped, but otherwise very comfortable. The televiewer screen's clearing. It's almost time for us to go outside. I'll arrange for our personal radios to be fed into the ship's transmitter so you'll be able to hear us talking. And now, if you'll excuse me...
Certainly. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the voice of Jet Morgan, captain of the first spaceship ever to land on the moon. As you heard, he and 2 other members of his crew are at present preparing to go outside.
Hello, Earth. Can you hear us?
Yes, Luna?
We're in the airlock now and the door is opening. In just a few seconds, we'll have our first close look at the moon's surface. And there it is.
Good heavens. How does it strike you, Jet? Any different from what you expected?
No, not really, but it's so difficult to believe we're actually here.
It's so bleak. Not a tree, a blade of grass, nothing. Nothing but rocks, craters, cracks, and rugged mountains. More rugged than anything you'd ever see on Earth.
And the sky is black, an inky black. And the sun a brilliant globe.
The barrenness is hard to believe. Not the slightest sign of life anywhere. Nothing but the rocks and dust glaring in the sun. And deep black shadows which are sharper and harder than any seen on Earth. And there's little variation in colour. It's almost a monochromatic world, like an old-fashioned sepia photograph. except that instead of browns, the colors range from, ash grey to dirty yellow.
Can you see the Earth?
No, we won't see it until we've left the ship and have climbed down onto the moon's surface. Put out the ladder, Lemmy. We'll go down now.
Ladder, contact. How's that?
Fine. All right, Doc. You first.
No, Jet. Let Mitch go.
Oh, no, Doc, we made a deal, remember?
Yeah, I know we did, but I'd like it to be you just the same.
But why?
Look, without you, there'd be no ship, and none of us would be here. Now, get going before I change my mind again.
Thanks, Doc. I won't forget this. Well, here I go. I feel so light and the going's so easy, I want to let go and float down.
No, Mitch. Don't take any risks. Take it easy.
Well, I made it.
How's it feel?
Fine, except that I'm ankle deep in dust. And, hey, be careful how you walk. The ground's full of cracks and mounds. I don't think there's a really flat spot anywhere.
Down you go, Doc. I'll be right behind you.
I can see the Earth now, Jet. Come on and look.
Give us a chance to get down first.
It's so easy to walk. Everything seems so light. I feel like Samson.
Hello, Earth. We can see you now. A great ball in the sky, about 4 times the size that the moon looks from the Earth.
And like the moon, the Earth is passing through a phase. Less than half of it's illuminated.
Can you make out the seas and the continents?
Africa and Europe are facing us now. Most of northwest Europe appears to be covered in cloud, but the British Isles seems to be enjoying a spell of good weather. We can just make out the outline. The colors on the Earth are brilliant. Blue seas, green and brown land areas, yellow deserts, and glaring white clouds. The color contrast between the Earth and moon is amazing. The Earth's a beautiful planet. Beautiful.
Well, if you can see the British Isles, they should be able to see you. It's early evening in London. The moon is high in the sky. Would you like to talk to them?
Yes, very much.
Very well. But before we go over, I'd better explain to our listeners that delay in replies between the moon and the Earth is due to the moon's distance from us, the time taken for radio waves to travel that distance. And now, over to London.
Hello, Luna. London calling.
Hello, London.
Congratulations, Captain Morgan, to you and your crew on your wonderful achievement.
Thank you. Hearing you talk to us and seeing the part of the world where you are situated looking so minute gives us a dreadful feeling of isolation, of utter loneliness.
Then there is absolutely no life on the moon?
Not that we've found as yet.
No unicorns or dragons or men with antennae sticking out of their foreheads?
We haven't noticed any.
Supposing you met one, Jet, what would you do?
Run for it. How's London?
You'd hardly recognize it. Traffic is virtually at a standstill. Everybody who's not at home is crowding into radio shops or gathering round the street amplifiers to listen to this broadcast.
I never thought we'd stop the roar of London's traffic, not from 250,000 miles distance.
Well, you have, Jet. The whole United Kingdom is with you up there, in spirit at least. And hundreds of people would like to be up there in fact, too. The telephone lines are jammed with callers trying to book seats for the next trip. What are the chances of that, Jet? How long before there'll be a regular passenger service to the moon?
Well, Mitch is more qualified to answer that question than me. What do you think, Mitch?
Oh, not for a long time. We'd have to make the moon habitable first, and it's anything but that right now.
Is that the ultimate aim of this trip? To make the moon habitable for human beings?
Well, insomuch as a spaceway station on the moon will help us reach the other planets, yes. But it will be no more than a stepping-off point to Mars or Venus. Colonization of the moon will be the task of our children or our grandchildren.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. I hope anybody else who was thinking of telephoning us took that in. Well, we mustn't keep you because we know you have a lot to do.
Yes, we have to unload our instruments and our cameras, and that'll take some time. And we can't stay outside too long.
Well, before you leave us, would you mind telling us exactly what your work on the moon will entail?
We'll be taking lots of photographs of the Earth, the Sun, the sky, and the moon's surface. We'll also explore as much as possible of the terrain, at least to the limit of our visible horizon, which is about 2 miles. Even that is probably more than we can manage in one day.
1 day? Is that all the time you'll be spending up there?
1 lunar day. That's equivalent to 2 weeks back home. We plan to return to Earth just before lunar nightfall.
I see. Well, we have lots of messages here for you from all over the world. Can you take them?
I'll take them, Jet, while I'm sitting in here. Might be one from Becky's.
All right, Lemmy, go ahead. Disconnect us from the main transmitter, but keep the intercom open.
Intercom, over. Test, please.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And if you see any dragons, give a yell. I'll hear you. I won't be able to help you, but I'll hear you. Hello, Earth. Ready to take your messages. Over.
Hello, Luna. Here's the first one. From Downing Street. It reads, to Captain Morgan and crew aboard rocket ship Luna. Your great achievement has inspired us all.
It is now 3 Earth days since we landed on the moon. Everything is going well. At the moment, Jet, Mitch, and Lemmy are taking the photographs and digging out specimens of lunar soil to take back home with us. Up to now, we have found no evidence whatsoever that there is, or ever has been, any kind of life on the moon. It is a completely dead world.
Time you went back, Mitch, and let Doc come out. Okay, Jet? Lemmy and I'll wait here. When he gets out, we'll continue towards the little crater a couple of 100 yards ahead. Right.
Periodically, the voices of Mitch, Lemmy, and Jet come over the intercom as they talk to each other through their personal radios. Every word they say is recorded, for the construction of the spacesuits does not permit the wearers to write their observations. Lemmy is in high spirits. A few hours ago, he discovered that the low gravitational pull on this dead world allows him to jump fantastic heights. He cleared a rock formation of at least 20 feet and would have tried higher objects if Jet had not stopped him. The risk of accident is too great for that kind of game. Any damage to his spacesuit, a sudden leak and consequent drop of air pressure could mean almost instantaneous death.
Hello, Doc. Mitch calling.
Oh, hello, Mitch.
Close the door and open up the airlock. I'm coming in.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Main door closing. How you doing?
Same as usual. Photographs, surveys, specimens. We're glad to get indoors. It's hotter than an oven out there.
Airlock filling. Stand by.
If it gets much hotter, we won't be able to work. We'll have to pack it in.
Air pressure maximum. You can remove your helmet now.
Thanks, Doc.
Hatch opening.
Thank goodness for a breath of cool air. Anything to report?
No.
What have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, keeping up my diary.
Maybe you should put your mind on modifying these spacesuits.
Huh?
Find some way of getting rid of the moisture. I'm ankle deep in perspiration.
Nothing much I can do about it now, Mitch. It'll have to wait till we get back home.
Well, get down into the torture chamber and I'll let you out.
Yeah, okay.
Jet and Lemmy are waiting for you 200 yards north of the crater.
Think we'll find anything interesting in there?
Maybe. Who can tell? With luck, we might find some of that minute plant life they told us to expect.
I doubt it. Okay, Mitch. You can close the hatch. I'm all set.
Here comes the Doc now, Jet. He took his time, didn't he?
Hello, Doc. Ready for another digging session?
Oh, is that what it's going to be?
We'll take a few photographs of the crater first. Then, if we can, climb down into it and see what the floor's made of.
Right.
Pick up those tools, Lemmy.
What?
I'll take the camera. Doc, can you manage the surveying tackle?
I can up here. Back on Earth, it would take 3 men my size just to lift it.
Let's get going. We'll spend a couple of hours there and then go back to the ship for a meal.
What? Hey, listen. Wait a minute.
What is it, Lemmy?
The music. It's here again.
Steady, Lemmy. Gracious.
What is it, Jet?
I don't know. Stand still and listen.
You can hear it?
I'm not sure. I can't exactly hear it. It's like, well, I don't know how to explain it.
It's stopped now. Wasn't exactly like last time. Not so loud. But just as creepy. It sends shivers down my spine. Scares me stiff. Did you hear it, Doc? Yes, Lemmy, I did. And it... Jet, the crater. Oh, quick.
What is it, Doc?
Didn't you see it? Something moved in there, I swear it did.
Something moved?
Yes.
Impossible.
Did you see anything, Lemmy?
No, Jet. I wasn't looking.
Whatever it was, I only caught a glimpse of it, but it was there, I tell you.
Lemmy, Doc, you wait here. I'll go and look.
No, Jet.
There is nothing on the moon that can move of its own free will.
Then why can't we all go?
No, Lemmy. You and Doc wait here. If it's all right, I'll tell you, then you can come on.
Hello. Hello, Jet. What's the trouble?
I wish we knew, Mitch. We heard that noise again. Not just Lemmy this time, all three of us. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't. Are you sure you did?
Of course I'm sure. And on top of that, I saw something move in the crater.
Ridiculous.
I tell you, I saw it, Mitch. Just go...
Hey, Doc!
What?
Where's Jet? What? Not a second ago he was standing on that crater's rim. Now he's not.
He must have fallen in. Hello, Jet. Jet, Doc calling. Can you hear me? Jet!
Yeah. He doesn't answer. Let's get over there.
He must have hurt himself. Quick. If he's punctured his suit, he's as good as done for. Now, can you see him, Lemmy? He must be lying somewhere on the crater floor.
No, Doc. There's no sign of him. The crater's empty.
You have been listening to episode 2 of Journey into Space with Andrew Foles as Jet Morgan, Alfie Bass as Lemmy, Guy Kingsley Pointer as Doc, and David Williams as Mitch. Other parts were played by John Cazabon and Alan Keith. The orchestra was conducted by Van Phillips, who also composed the music. Journey into Space was written and produced for the BBC by Charles Chilton.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoy what I'm doing, I ask you to please subscribe to my channel or channels. Well, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay safe, wish you well, peace.